Lesson 3, unit rate continued and ratios with fractions. So in lesson 1, we did define unit rate and ratios. I'm going to skip the do now. We'll do that together as a class. Again, the vocabulary is already filled in for you. A fraction whose numerator and denominator is a fraction is called a complex fraction. We went over that in unit 2. So for example, if I have 1/2 over 3/4, that is a complex fraction because your numerator and denominator are fractions. Then the second bullet here is unit rate. Unit rate is a rate which is expressed as A over B units of the first quantity per 1 unit. So unit rate we talked about means per 1. And again, seems like a complicated definition, but we talked about how unit rate means that you have to divide and figure out how much it is per 1. Oh boy, I'm sorry about the background noise. Spanky, he was sleeping, but now I woke him up with my voice. So for example, if a person walks 2.5 miles in 1.25 hours at a constant speed, then your unit rate is 2.5, that's how many miles we had, divided by 1 1/4, that's how many hours we had. If you divide those two units of measurement, you get 2. So that means the person walks 2 miles per hour. We had miles divided by hours, miles per hour. So now down below, we're going to do exactly what we did in lesson 1, but with fractions. So it's going to be a complex fraction before we actually do the division. Find the unit rate of the following. So 8.25 miles in 2 1/5 hours. It says to do miles per hour, which is miles divided by hours. So I like to write it using my symbols or letters first so that my division goes in the same order. So 8.25 miles divided by 2 1/5 hours. Miles divided by hours. So now you're going to enter that into your calculator. 8 1/4. So again, you should be doing this as well. Divided by 2 1/5. I get 3 3/4 or 3.75. Oh my God, I'm distracted here, this dog. 3 3/4 miles per hour. Now you could write miles per hour in words, or you can write miles/h for miles per hour. Number 2, Sarah used 3 1/4 gallons of gas driving 58.5 miles. They want to know the miles per gallon. So again, be careful. This has to be done in the order of the words. Miles per gallon means miles over gallons. So 58.5 would be on the top, divided by 3 1/4 gallons. Miles per gallons, we're doing miles divided by gallons. And I get 18 miles per gallon. Again, you can write it in words or M/G. Number 3, 1 lap around a dirt track is 1/3 of a mile. It takes Cole 1/9 of an hour to ride 1 lap. What is Cole's unit rate in miles per hour? So miles divided by hours. So miles would go on top, which is 1/3. Hours would go on bottom, which is 1/9. So 1/3 divided by 1/9 gives me 3. So 3 miles per hour. Number 4, Mr. Berman wants to make a shelf with boards that are 1 1/3 feet long. He has an 18-foot long board. How many pieces can he cut from the big board? So we want to take the big board, which is 18 feet long, and divide it into pieces that are 1 1/3 feet each. So we're taking the total of 18 and cutting it up into 1 1/3 size pieces. So 18 divided by 1 1/3. Oh boy. Sorry, it's going to take me a second because I'm using the fancy calculator that you use in high school. I just finished tutoring some 9th graders. 1 1/3. And I get 27 over 2, which is the same as 13.5. So 13 1/2, 13.5, however you want to write that. So it would be 13.5 pieces. Okay, So a little weird there because it says how many pieces, and I don't want half of a shelf, but it doesn't say how many full pieces. It just says how many pieces. So 13 and a half pieces. Okay, so again, I apologize for the background noise. I got Spanky here, he's coughing away. I have my kids folding their laundry in the other room, and I am hiding in a spare room trying to make this video. So my first 2 videos were quiet, this one not so much. We're going to do the try these together as a class, as always, and the homework problems for lesson 3 are what is chosen in your Google form. Again, you only have to do the ones that are in the Google form. Okay, good luck.